What's going on, YouTube? James Prigioni coming to you live. It's July 26th, bringing you for an update. This is kind of just like a response to my last video. I showed we were in a long drought. It was about 5 or 6 days of just extreme heat, no rain or anything. And I showed how bad the plants were looking, pretty much. And now I'll come back to show you how the survivors and how the strongest one survived, and I guess how everything's looking now. So we didn't ever come through and water anything, but everything has just come back, and the strongest have just come through. You can see the tomato plants all pop back up in the air. The strawberries back alive. Everything has really come through. So even just like the broccoli's putting on just fresh new leaves. So they got some water. So watermelon's really shooting out. Fig tree's doing great down here. It's really shot up since how small it was. Figs are getting nice. Some of the sunflowers are really getting tall. That one over there, we have left 30, 40 sunflowers in it here, maybe 50, I don't count. But they're heading up, so they're all gonna be showing their faces soon, and it's just gonna be funny to look at. Look down, and there's just gonna be about 50 sunflower heads staring at you. You know, it's gonna be really cool. But all the beans have really come back, starting to produce again. So the garden is really come back, and all the strongest ones are alive, and we know we're gonna be getting the best seed next year. So it was hard to not really give the plants water when it looked like they needed it, but I think we're gonna be better off in the end with all the great seed and stuff. Pumpkins are starting to come along. Starting to get our first pumpkin under there. He's getting pretty nice. Hope we put out some more. Edge garden's doing good. We got a lot of seed to be saving. This is a cucumber we're gonna save seed from. I'm kind of letting this do the natural way. Gonna let the seeds ferment inside the cucumber. I'm doing it a different way in a cup inside. So I'm trying a couple different ways to see what works the best. Got some more cucumbers back here in this edge garden that I know could be harvested. And we got ones hanging up. I'll take that one. We'll eat this one because I know this one will be good for saving seed down here. I mean, there's just cucumbers everywhere. Since the rain had come a couple days ago, everything has just gone back to just fruiting like crazy. These little yellow ones I could save the seeds from. Squashes are coming up along over here too. We have so many carrots throughout back there. It's crazy. The pear tree is doing very well. They're too small to eat yet, but the kind of production this thing's putting out is incredible. It's like we're thinking about coming through and cut some off because we don't want it to overdo itself, but we're just gonna probably let it go natural. So as you can see, everything just kind of goes natural here. Everything's just doing the way it would, I guess, in nature. We don't really step in too much. We let things do that they do, especially insects and all kind of things like that. You wouldn't believe how many interactions are going on in this garden right now between pests and or bugs and other bugs, plants, just animals. We have a small bunny that lives in the garden now, and it comes in here and eats and stuff. Now when we come out, it runs out and hides back behind the shed, and it's coming through here, and I can't even notice what it's eating. That we have that much stuff growing up that it's for everybody. It's not just for us. It's for the animals around. You know, it's the restoration of all things, not just people. But we're gonna take care of this whole environment, make this little ecosystem, and take care of as many things as we can. And as a result, they're all gonna be taking care of us, providing us with food, healthy food that we don't have to work for. They're gonna be working for us, and we're gonna be working for them. It's gonna just kind of be like this symbiotic relationship that we have going on now. So all we did was plant seed here. We designed the system. We planted seed. Now we're going through. We're harvesting seed, and we're harvesting food. That's about it. We're learning a lot too. This is a little patch we did through marigolds and tomatoes. We really like that group together with carrots through them too. That's been a nice polyculture we're really having a lot of success with. Here you can see a bee just went right into here. We'll watch just for a minute as he comes out. But But see, we're feeding the bees. We feed the insects. We've had some vine borer moths. There, bee just left. Vine borer moths that have come in. They took out one of our pumpkins, and we let them have it. They can have as much as they want, because once we get enough vine borers in the yard, something's going to come through and start eating those. And once everything's all balanced, everything's going to be just working for each other. Everything's going to be helping each other out. Everyone's going to have food. Everything's going to have food. And everything's going to be benefiting each other. So that's what really we're looking to do. Here's the marigold patch, doing well. Some of our tomatoes are starting to red up. One's down there. These tomatoes are getting pretty big. Starting to get some maybe cantaloupe, I think, down here. Big tomatoes down there, starting to red up. Tomatoes are getting big. This patch is starting to really fill in tomatoes. You can see them through there. More up here. This is one of the ones my brother planted, basically just tomatoes, and it's doing real well. Tomatoes all in through there. This one's putting out a lot of flowers. I think it's gonna really start doing well. And you can see like a old apple or something that we threw in there. Just gonna let it rot and let the seeds fall, and maybe plant an apple tree right there. It's kind of how we're letting that go. This is the Hogle Mound. It's had a little rough time through the heat, but it's really doing well now. It's starting to put out peas and beans and stuff again. So in a matter of days, it just like starts killing it. You can just I don't know. It's too well done, should say, the seed. It's more putting out mini ones and stuff. Tomatoes. More tomatoes. This one's got a lot of tomatoes on it. They're just starting to put out flowers. Some of them have tomatoes, but they're just starting to come along. I think they're going to do pretty well once they do. You can see we changed things up here. We dug this out. Got rid of all the grass, so all the water comes through, sinks into it now, which is really important because this side on the left is higher than our whole garden. So when the water comes in, it sinks down and goes through, passes through the whole garden, kind of. Not within a matter of days or anything. This is going to take a while. It takes a while to sink through the ground, but this is really looking towards the future. Getting the tomatoes back here. The cucumbers are going wild. They're everywhere now. Getting baby watermelons. More cucumbers. Cucumbers there, everywhere. Here's one of the cucumbers we're going to be saving seed from. Save this guy. It's a nice big one. So we're really looking to save seed. It's one of our main ideas, main things we're doing here. We have a lot of seed saved. Here's some more cucumbers. This one's probably good to eat. Take this one too. I don't come out here that much. I really don't. I like to come out here and watch the plants and look around and kind of just observe, and that's what I do, but I don't come out here too much because I don't want to mess with too many interactions. I guess I just love when I'm not here. The birds are in here, the rabbits in here, everything's in here just fertilizing and working, doing what they want to do. So I like it like that. Here's a back who culture mat, a bunch of turnips. We don't really eat them, so we're just gonna let them kind of feed the soil, suck up. They got the nice long taproot, so they're just holding everything together, sucking it in. But in a couple days, one of the reasons I made this video is because in a couple days we're going to come through and take a lot of this stuff out, cut a lot of this stuff down, like these big ragweeds. Even though they have some medicinal qualities, we're going to cut them down and use them as compost all of them, and then replant a lot of this stuff for fall crops, so we can get ready for the fall and the winter and stuff. But you could just see this was all just, before we started, this was all just grass and just nothing. And now you can just see all of these different plants, and these are all just nutrients, essentially. Different kinds of nutrients that we pulled from the air and from the ground. And I've read somewhere that, sorry for the shaking, I read somewhere that plants get 97% of their nutrients from the air and only 3% from the ground. So we've just brought in so much life, so much nutrients, really balanced our system, and we're heading towards our fruit trees. We've got our apple trees and everything coming through, and our fig trees. So this is all just building fertility for those trees and building the system and pioneering along for them. So that's really what this is about, and saving seed and building up our seed stock so we could give it away to people. We can build bigger gardens and do it for free. Here's another seed. This is just, we don't come back here enough to even pick that, so it's gonna be seed, and these are some great seed. Right here, I'm gonna come save some today. Look at these purple beans, real purple, beautiful. Over here too. These ones, when you take the seed out, they're like black, like a shiny black color. Cherokee purple beans. They're pretty cool, I think. Here we got the really just stacking. We've got beans growing up the pear tree. You can see them just hanging off, and this is beans. So that's going well. So we're gonna come through, replant everything, but we're happy with restoring kind of everything, the life back into this place. Is when you got only grass, you only got a couple things living, not feeding anything. But now we got different plants, different animals, different insects, different life, and just everything is at home here, and it's just a paradise for everybody and everything. And nothing's being killed, or there's no segregation against anything. Everything's invited or anything, and everything will take care of each other. We planted enough that things can come in and they can eat, and they can take what they need, but there'll still be enough for everybody else. So let me just show you guys some of the seed we saved this year. So far, there's a lot of things that we're going to have to be saving seed from. I'm actually going to, some of the seed we saved. Here's some of the beans and peas, and we keep them mixed. Some of the dried ones already is from the garden. These are all second generation, but we like to mix. You can just see the diversity in our garden just by the seeds, These are the ones we saved, so a lot of diversity. Here's the mustard greens. We've got an absurd amount, a very, very lot of mustard greens we saved, and that's good. We're gonna still get more of those. Lettuce is a lot of lettuce, and we've got a couple good methods now through threshing and winnowing, so they're saving them pretty quick. This one, sorry, I should be it this way. It's clover seed. It's tiny, but there's so many that we had white clover grown in the yard, small white clover, so we harvested some of that. Got a bunch of white clover for free from our own yard. So marigolds, bunch of marigolds. I'm gonna go grab a marigold and show you how many seeds come out of one. But here's the marigold seeds. Coriander, we got more of this already. These are all out here because I got to be saving all these. So I'm gonna do is coriander, cilantro, and dill. So I'm going to just show you. I'm going to save a couple. I'll grab a dill, and then I'll grab a marigold. And here's the dill. This is just about the easiest seed to save. It's just all up there, and I just come through, hold the bag over it, and pull them off the bag. The only thing you could do wrong, in my opinion, with saving seeds is kind of do it too early. You can't do it too late because they're going to plant themselves. Worst comes to worst. Oh, look at this. This is cool. Look at that. Here we go. The truth about the restoration of all things. The butterflies who's coming to hang out in the garden and live. This is just a home for everybody. So I was going to show how to save some marigolds, but I'm not going to bother this guy. Oh, well, there he goes. He heard me. Well, here's the marigold. Just, you got to let these flower heads dry out. Wait till they're nice and dry. And then, I saw this yesterday. It's just so cool. Having air in here. Just get that flower head right there. Take it back. It's gonna be hard to do it with one hand. And just open it a little, and you could just almost got it. You can see, there they are. Just endless supply of seeds. So that's one head. So in there is 2 heads. This is another one. We're gonna have about 50 heads at least. We have a bunch planted. So if you need marigold seeds, let me know. You need mustard green seeds, let me know. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for following along. James Prigioni is out.